Hi everyone, I'm Terry Ramirez, 1993. I'm here again talking. I was in English class today, and we were gonna talk about the internet. Oh my god, everyone loves internet. So I wanted to talk about the internet. A lot of you kids I know love the internet, love to watch YouTube. This is cool, yay. But the thing is that what is in the internet is going to be really bad sometimes. Like, for example, cyberbullying. Some of you guys heard it before, some of you haven't. Cyberbullying is one of these not physical, but mental and emotional. What happened is that cyberbullying is you're telling someone by internet or by message on like on a personal social network. For example, Twitter, Facebook, MySpace. Oh, that's a long time ago, but either way, some social network that involves friends and that involves people chatting with each other on a computer. Like, for example, a girl goes on the internet, she checks out, oh, she sees one of her friends chatting. They they invite her to a party. Okay, she goes. She says, "Oh, cool, that would be great." But then another person comes into that exact same conversation, and they said, "No, you can't come to the party because you are fat, you're a whore, and you do this and that and that." I'm like, what the hell just happened? Wow. So I believe that if you bully someone by internet, it's worse than bullying a person in person. Trust me. I've been bullied when I was little. Okay, I can confess this right here because my parents know I always had problems when people always hated me because I was too pretty or I was so nice and sweet and I was like a teacher's pet. I'm very nice, but I'm still a teacher's pet. But when you say something on the internet, it's one of the worst things and one of the worst feelings. One out of a million people that are teenagers will kill themselves due to the fact that they had rumors coming out from their social network. People going into their profile and say, don't talk to this person, don't do that, don't do this. It's like, wow, you invited me to be your friend, but could I trust you as a friend? It was one of the worst things I could ever heard. So I'm gonna tell you guys, in an opinion that I have, what does cyberbullying do to a person? Does it cause them to think about what to do? Or does it make them even better than what they used to be? For example, I'm gonna say a girl, like a young teenage girl in the 15, 16 years old. She's in high school. She puts up a profile picture of herself, very nice and pretty in a dress, but people call her fat. Calling someone fat, calling them a whore, calling them that, calling them this and that. Why would you call them a whore? Why would you call them fat? Why would you call them any name calls? Why would you call them? Oh, because she has to think. Oh my gosh, she has to think at her house, locked up in her room, thinking about what should I do. She goes on the internet, finds some websites, anorexic. Oh, this diet will help you. This thing will help you too. What the hell are you doing? You're causing people to think. It's like Using the internet could kill yourself. Trust me. I want to ask you guys as a question. What would you do if you had 1 year or two not using the internet? What would you do? Would you watch TV? Would you play with your family? Like family game night? Would you do some sports? Or would you just go read a book? Think about it. If you never had internet in your life, what would happen? Just asking. Cyberbullying does hurt, and it really does. So please don't do it. Please realize who is a bully and who is not. Who's your friend and who is not. And another thing about internet and social networks. Be careful with these people. Some people act like they're teenagers, but they're actually old adults, very into their 30s, into their 50s. Let's say around those ages. I want you guys to be careful when you go on the internet and post some pictures of yourself, because if you do, people will invite you, and it's scary. So please don't do it, and just make sure that you find people that you know. It could be people that you know from your school, but if they do cyberbullying to you, or like they say something to you, block them or delete them right there and then. Don't ever be their friend. Just don't ever, because you're gonna cause more problems. And if you don't know this person that comes as you as a friend, just make sure that you check their profile before. If you feel like it's suspicious, report the profile and say that you do not know this person and you wanna make sure that this person isn't a pedophile, because pedophiles will do it. And I'm scared for some young students or some young teenagers that don't even realize what the heck they're doing. Kids that are 12 years old could get even a pedophile in their profile without their parents knowing. What would happen? The kid would suffer. And they would never tell their parents the truth until they're old enough. So please be careful with pedophiles and predators, and be careful with cyberbullying, because it could hurt someone, it could kill someone, it could do whatever it wants to do. Just think about what you have right here and just follow your heart and your guts. Don't believe in things that others say. Just say, stop bullying me. If you want to say something, say it personally, or just block the person. Completely block them, completely delete them. Just don't have them in any contact with them, because they will hurt you, they will beat you, they will say anything they want. But when they're outside the world, they don't say it to your face. They just say it on the internet. Just trust your heart, trust your things, and think about everything you know. Just be careful with every single word, because you cannot curse in front of your parents, of course, but what would happen if your parents went on the internet and saw what you did? Just make sure that you don't have anybody that is unknown to you. And people that do cyberbullying, please stop, because it's kind of going to be scary for some students and some teenagers and some young adults. Just don't do it, because it will hurt someone so much that they will decide suicide, or they will decide to do what you ask them to. So think about what you say, do, and think, okay? Just please don't do it, and hopefully you guys have a good day and good life. Think about what you do and just leave me comments and anything you want, because I can talk to you how it feels to be bullied, but it's gonna be sad when you're bullied by internet. Okay? I love you guys. Take good care of yourselves and be careful with all these things that come in the internet. Okay? Bye.